Good evening. Today is Friday, February 26th, the last day of the month. Today was a range day in the market. We tested 38.50 quite a few times today. The Sogi level was definitely in play and traded back and forth through it many times. But at the end of the day, we have closed down 28 points at 3,800 after a quick 50-point drop in the last 10 minutes. Nasdaq ended up 59 points after being up over 200 today, but also sold off at the end of the day. But it's still up a little on the year. And GME GameStop stock was going wild again, up to $140, down to 90, and closed around 100 as well. And speaking of this, Charlie Munger, in an interview with Wall Street Journal, again was hating on the Robinhood crowd. He said that I hate this luring of people into engaging into speculative orgies. Robinhood may call it investing, but that is all bullshit. He also said you should try and make your money in this world by selling other people things that are good for them. I think all of this activity is regrettable, and I think civilization would do better without it. Of course, Robinhood has responded to Munger comments, calling them disappointing and elitist. And I also would like to add that Berkshire Hathaway has invested in Coca-Cola and many other candy companies. I think that's also highly regrettable because it causes diabetes. Maybe they should only invest in green industry, wheatgrass juice, growing broccoli and such. I don't know. Also in the news was Kathy Woods, whose ARK Innovation ETF was in the news because of the record outflow on the back of the tech sell-off in the last few days. But she said that she is sticking to her high growth strategy, buying the recent dip in Tesla and other high growth stocks. And her ETF also holds a lot of very illiquid growth names, and there's concern on the street that in case she needs to sell, that may cause a spiral down. She also commented on Bitcoin, saying that it may reach $500,000 and will replace bonds. Market disagreed, at least for today, as bonds had a really good day and recovered yesterday's losses, and as gold was down 2.5% and oil down almost 3%. And digital gold, Bitcoin, finally caught up to the market sell-off and was down as low as 45,000 as well. And Ethereum was below 1,500. Victor, what do you make of today? Is the habitat changing?
No, we just had a typical end of month swoon. The first day of the month has usually been very good. It's the best day of the month. We had a day of two Sogis, a day where we went above 38.50, above it and beyond and below about 5 times. We tried to crack the market. We got it down to 37.80. Then it quickly rallied back to above the Sogi level. Then it pretended to break the 3,800 level. The market, the price is designed to be imperative. The price was a day of prices without much affected, and both NASDAQ and S&P ended up for the month. There was, I guess, the Fed was in desperate shape. Everything was red yesterday, and they had a choice. They were either going to get stocks up or bonds up, and the thing that they control was the bonds. So probably they're happy because their clients and their supporters were made money today. they don't care as much about the rest of the market. New York is in trouble. Biden is distancing himself from the Governor Cuomo. It looked like it was a sort of a continuation of yesterday with the Robinhood stocks going up, but at the end they created also. I repeat, whatever the two old lions say, trying to fight for their position in the pride, trying to fight off all the young lions, trying to group together to displace them, to eat them up, as happens in lion prides. They refuse to bow out gracefully. But whatever they say is wrong. It all happened in the last 5 minutes. Complexion changed again. They set everything up for a lot of deception. A lot of people will be worrying over the weekend. Be good for a nice day on Monday. There were plenty of opportunities to, almost every time you bought a dip and you waited for 1 or 2% above that, and then you sold it. You made good money today. It was again a day of the prices determining for their selfish purposes, forcing volume. I see volume was very high. One of the highest days was almost 3 million. 3 million contracts of almost $450 billion. So they had their day. There wasn't much that changed. The Fed must have had a very difficult and strident meeting as to what they're going to do to maintain their integrity, to maintain the stimulus. The Dems are fighting among themselves. The Republicans are fighting among themselves. There's disunity all over. It was not as woke a day as one would have hoped. That's why the stock market closed down at the last moment.
I think we have a blue day today. The chart is not updated yet, but it seems that blue days are very rare. It's the second day this month. Is there any significance to blue days?
It has no binary significance. To me, the main thing of significance was strip poker. Governor Cuomo was accused of asking one of his very attractive employees to play strip poker. The market didn't like that. It wasn't woke enough. One of their heroes was outed, and the old lions had their pernicious effect on the stock market. Very ephemeral with the minimum wage going up, all sorts of pork, very little in the stimulus bill that has to do with the virus. What do you find on the scientific front? The number of cases, the number of deaths is declining everywhere by.
Right, which is to be expected given that the number of cases and deaths has a high correlation with the flu season. So as the flu season is abating, so is the COVID season. Plus herd immunity, plus vaccination, all of those things, and the cases should be down and gone by the summer. So that's why I don't know why our Dr. Doom and Gloom still predicts danger till Christmas.
That was another key to the game today. he's receiving a lot of criticism. Everybody kindly refrains from shouting out that everything he does is to woke the agenda around. He wrote the love letter to Hillary, and ever since he's been doing everything to help the Democrats along. But
it's amazing how can a guy make so much money, work for the government, and be wrong pretty much on every issue since the beginning. Just with COVID, in the beginning, when we didn't know anything about it, and I think it was prudent to wear masks because we really didn't know what kind of disease that is. He said, no, don't wear masks, they don't help. And then when we found out that what it is, and it wasn't as dangerous after we have cures, various cures, he said, wear 2 masks. So he's wrong pretty much for every issue. He said we're going to have what, billions, millions of people die, and it was not even close to his prediction. So he's wrong time and time again, yet he keeps making his highest government salary of 400,000 and enjoying the limelight.
I believe he makes a lot more than that. I believe he gets royalties from.
But just that alone is outrageous. But
Well, what's more outrageous is that everyone in the CDC doesn't have to be afraid of losing their job, of losing their pension. How does that affect the market? I think what was bad today is that there was a lot of criticism, a lot of old clips showing Dr. Cattle, as I call him, changing his views, and depending upon what the political winds were blowing. So I think between Dr. Cattle and Dr. Cuomo, the market took an excuse in the last 5 minutes, as it does a very good proportion of the last day of the month. It used to be that all the big donors were Democrats, and they would become more and more bearish, and at the end of the month they'd sell the stocks and bring it down. And today the technology companies had the same action. Okay, I've had it for today. Have a good weekend. I'm sorry I don't have more insights.
you've given plenty this week. Thank you, Victor.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.